So, very good evening to my dear friends. So, as you know that Nabard marks 2024 out. So, this video pertains to analysis of the mark. But before we go into the right analysis of the mark, this quote might be very much motivating for you. It's rightly said that we fall, we break, and we fell. But then again, right, it's the human tendency, my dear friends. We rise, we heal, we overcome, and the fight must go on. So it doesn't matter that you have been selected, right? You have not got selected, you are in the waiting list. But the theme is that we should rise again, we should fight again, and the show must go on. So with this quote, I would like to have the analysis of Nabard 2024 marks and where you are standing, where the toppers are standing. We will do a thorough analysis of the marks and we will try to know that if you haven't got selected, what was the reason, right? Where you were lacking and with your this, right, lacking, how you can improve upon on your performance. So let's discuss some of the marks and we will also discuss the students who have finally got selected, how their marks differs from your marks. So let's start with the analysis of today. As you know that the phase 1 cutoffs are out, many of you were unable to write the phase 2 of the examination. Different students have different issues, different students have different problems, right? Somebody couldn't clear the GA, somebody couldn't clear the computer, somebody couldn't clear the decision making. So we will see that what was the scenario this year, right? As you can see, the two papers, the English and the ARD, you can see the marks in this two subject, the cutoff a little bit higher on the higher side. That gives the idea that this year, the English paper and the ARD paper was of the easier nature where students were able to solve the questions. And most of the students, right? Most of the students, especially those who have gone through the master notes and master classes thoroughly, and after they have solved the test, they have comfortably scored in the ARD section, right? Those who have not scored, I will also tell you why you haven't scored in the latter half of the session. Now, GA, as it was a nightmare for many, right? GA, it was a nightmare for many. The cutoff is just 1.25 marks. Just 1.25 marks. That means that any person out of that 20 question have solved two question also, he is through, right? He is through to the phase 2 of the examination. So this is a lesson, my dear friends. This is an important lesson. Why it's an important lesson, especially for the fresh aspirants whenever in phase 1, I'm saying in phase 1 of the examination, that is elimination round, it is not the round where you're getting the final selection. So whenever in elimination round of this exams like RBI, Nabard, SEBI, IRDA, where you see that the trend of the question is different from the last year trend, it is not following the set pattern, the questions are different, then you understand that the cutoff is bound to fall down. The sectional cutoff is bound to fall down. And this section, with this section, it is not only thing that which is determining your selection. So if in any paper in the coming years, either in computer, either in decision making, either in ARG, either in ESI, wherever you see that the question paper is not following the set trend, the set pattern of the examination, you think that the questions are out of box. If the question is tough for me, it is tough for others also. I should not go into the unnecessary risk and negative marking. I should just hold on in my with my patience and I will be marking what I know, right? So this should be the adaptation for you. This should be the learning for you for the examination. And you can see this in this GA marks because GA was somewhat different. So 1.25. So with this experience, I would just like to tell you there is no need to change your way of learning. Just stick to your preparation of GA, what you have been doing, right? GA is such a paper of this examination which is not carried over to the phase 2 of the paper. So do not invest a lot of time over GA. Do not kill your time over GA because it is not the paper which is going to the phase 2 of the examination. I will show you the marks of the students that in ESI and ARD, how they have scored marks and very good marks to go to the 65 level also without much help of GA section. So if you score more in ESI and ARD, if you invest more your time in ESI and ARD for the phase 1 preparation, your phase 2 performance will be very good. So for the qualifying papers and the paper which is not carried over to the phase 2 of the examination, you should not make much effort. you should save your time. You should rather invest your time in the section of ESI and ARD, which finally determines your selection. So you can see if you score just one-fourth of the marks, either in reasoning, either in English, either in computer, right? You are going to the phase two of the examination. So that what it matters. You have to strategically think on the thing that what should be my aim, right, my dear friends? What should be my aim so that I get finally selected? Your aim is not to sit for the phase two. Your aim is not to give the interview. Your aim is to get your name into the select list. And to get your name into the select list, you need to score more marks in ESI and ARD. How you will score more marks in ESI and ARD if you invest more time in it, right? So you have to see other section just as a qualifying section. Just you can get the qualifying marks and try to get more and more marks in ESI ERD. That will boost your confidence for the phase two. So these are all the sectional cutoff, very less 3.25, 10.75, 4, 4.52, 1.25, 3.5, 6.25. So these are the important takeaway, my dear friends, that you should inculcate in your preparation. The overall cutoff is 47, right? If you have scored very good marks, say 24, 24 in ESI and ARD, that anybody should score, right? If you're preparing seriously, with 1.25 marks in GA also, then also you are writing the phase two of the examination. So this is very important, right? ESI and ARD alone can help you to sail to the phase two of the examination if it is your strong point, right? So it's very, very, very important. For the other stream students, the cutoffs are as usual, it's very low, right? 23. Only agriculture has the high cutoff. The rest of all the papers, it's very, very, very less cutoff. So the sectional cutoff, very less. The overall cutoff 47 is also less if your ESI ARD are stronger, right? So this is the phase one marks. Now coming on to the phase two of the examination, right? Phase two of the examination, you can see the overall cutoff is your 126.75, right? 126.75, and the sectional cutoff, right? As usual, English 51.50. For your objective, it's 19.25, and for your descriptive technical, it's 30 again. So these are the cutoff of your phase two of the examination, 126.75. Now, again, to get selected in this examination, objective has again proven to be kingmaker for this examination, right? Kingmaker for this examination. Those who have scored well marks in the objective, because this year objective was a little bit tougher, and plus they have scored good marks in the English section, right? They have sailed through the process, right? So you have to keep two things stronger, either technical descriptive and your English should be stronger, or your objective or English should be stronger, or objective and technical. Any two thing you need to keep it strong, right? Any two thing you need to keep it strong to get finally selected for your examination. So two paper need to be stronger. So we'll see that how the toppers are performed, right, in the phase one and phase two, and what learnings you can have from their mark sheet. We will also discuss that. So 126.25 and the sectional cutoff for the phase two are clear. Now see the final cutoff after interview. After interview. So as you know that many of the aspirants, right? Many of the aspirants got 47 marks in interview out of 50. So that is a very good marks. So anybody who's just standing on the cutoff, right, after the interview has become 50 marks, anybody who's just standing on this 126.25, right, 126.25, and scores 47 marks in the interview, he also will get finally selected because the cutoff is, right, 168 marks. 168 marks. So you can see this is also there, that do not get worried if you're just qualifying. With good interview, you can get finally selected. And one thing you can see, the cutoff of the OBC and the EWS are higher. So why the cutoff of the OBC is higher? One thing can be derived is that many of the candidates who have taken age relaxation, they have crossed their 30. So they will remain in the OBC quota only. They cannot go to the general quota. So such aspirants who have taken this advantage, so the fight among them were intense due to the less number of seats. So cutoff has gone to the higher side. But OBC cutoff in the prelims was less. So there also, there is a catch that in prelims, they have got certain advantage, some of the students in the OBC quota, right? Where you can see the 47 is the general cutoff, 44.25 is the OBC cutoff. So there also they have got some advantage right over there. But in mains, they haven't got any advantage, but their cutoff went higher than the general also due to intense fight between them because certain students has taken some relaxation. So the phase two cutoff are clear, but the general it is 168 marks, right? Now coming on to the other thing, before that, just my message to you, if you want to the enroll for the mentorship program by Clarity C4S, you can go for it. It's already running and it's running at a good pace. So you can just cover the thing. Do not get worried about that when I have started. You asked me that, sir, you have started 2 months back. So I say that it doesn't matter when I have started. It matters when you are starting, right? Jab jago, tab savera. Whenever you right awake, that time is the day. So if you're starting today, right, it's well and good. I will guide you that how you can cover the backlogs that aren't much. I do not take a lot of classes that you cannot cover the things. There are not much backlogs. So I will guide you that how you can cover the backlogs, right? That is there. And I will schedule a plan for you that how you can cover the thing. And I also don't overburden the students with a lot of study material. So you can easily cover whatever I've covered in this 2 months with a dedicated plan and schedule that I will give it to you. Now you can go through all the toppers. This year toppers, we are known for giving one of the highest number of results in Nabard, which none other are giving. So we can go through the toppers list in the YouTube. The YouTube channel link is over there. You can also follow us in our Telegram channel and any query, you can call this in this number only. Now, main thing, just go through it, the scope of marks, right? Scope of marks in phase one that I was telling to you. See, certain students have scored 65 also, right? Certain students have scored 65 also, 60 also, 62 also. So what does that means? What does this means? The score of 65, the score of 60.25, the score of 62 in the phase one, what indication it gives that there is a scope. There is a scope of increasing your marks. Some students are hanging in the range of 42, 43, 40. I can't get selected. So my message to those students is that you have a scope to reach the 60 because see the marks of these students. GA, they haven't scored much, 4.75, 5.75, 5.75. See their marks in the ESI and ARD, 31, 28. 27, 28, 29, 26. So that combination, you can see that is the meaning of preparation, my dear friends. We are preparing by heart and soul. You can increase your marks in ESI to 31. You can increase your marks in ARD to 28. And you will be astonished, you will be shocked by knowing that this is the marks of students who is from arts background. He do not have any biology background. He is from arts background. He is scoring what out of 40, 28 here, out of 40, 31 here. You can understand that always there is scope for you. You can also score these marks, not only him. So if you're from ARD, why you can't score 28 if he is scoring? So that person is motivation for you. I have given his link also in the Telegram channel at Clarity for sure. You can watch his topper talk with me in the YouTube channel, right? And see their marks. So I want to say, I want to motivate you that you can increase your marks to the 60s. It's possible, my dear friends, because if they have done it, you can also do it. Now coming on to the phase two, the scope of marks in phase two, you can see these are my students who have scored a lot. This year you can see the students have scored up to 65 marks in the English. So that is again a good marks if you are scoring in the range of 54, 55. So there is a scope for you to increase your marks up to 65. Now you can see that interview again, my students have scored so much, 47. Many students have, this is not a story of one and two, many students have scored 47. So again, a scope is there in the interview that you can go up to the level of 47 to get a good rank in the examination. Now again in objective, you can see all have scored average marks, 27, he has scored good 35, he has scored 33. But a student with marks of 27, he has one of the top marks in the Nabard examination, just with 27. Why? Because in descriptive, 41, in English 61, and this student, he clearly tells in my YouTube toppers tag that I have, sir, solved all your phase two test series question one by one thoroughly. Your test series has given me right the opportunity to gain these marks. He tells this clearly in the YouTube toppers talk, right? You can go to his toppers talk. I have posted in the Telegram channel also. So you can see the hoping marks of 176 for him. Similarly, 173, 173, 171. So there is a chance that you can score in the English till 165, you can go to 35. One of my student has scored 41 marks in objective. 41. So there is a scope of reaching to English 65, right? 65 marks, you can reach over here in 65, right? You can reach till 41, there is a scope. You can reach again till here is 41, there is a scope, right? You can reach till interview is 47, there is a scope. So this scope means a lot to you. Please target 65 in English, scope of 41 in objective, scope of 41 in subjective, scope of 47 in interview. And you will see that with average marks also you can get selected. So these are the scopes. I'm not telling that you should get this marks. I'm telling the scope is there. You can increase your marks. You can increase 10%, 20% also, whatever you are getting right now. So the chances of getting selecting next year would be very much high. Now take away from this analysis, since I have done a detailed analysis in my webinar. If you've not gone through this webinar, I will just give the link right in the end screen of this video. You can go through that webinar. But just for a short, what the takeaway is, that keep on practicing the QRE, GA, and the computer on regular basis, right? Do not give much time, but it should be done in a consistent manner. Do not think that 2 weeks before, at least 1 to 2 months before examination, you should have a thorough practice of these subjects, right? For 6 subjects. Then ESI and ARD, why you are not in good marks? Why your marks is less? Your marks is less because you have a confusion when you see the option. When does this confusion arise when you see the option? Because you have not revised the material a number of times. If you revise the material number of time, if you practice sufficient number of good quality questions, and after practicing, if you analyze your performance in the test very well, your marks is bound to increase, my dear friends. So anywhere you might be lagging, either you have not revised, either you have not practiced, or either you have not done a thorough analysis of your test, which the other toppers are doing. So this might be lagging in your preparation. Phase two is again practice, practice, and practice. The more objective question you practice, the more subjective question you practice, you gain good marks in the both objective and subjective. So this is practice and practice, whatever you prepared in the phase one. An interview, if you want to score till 47, what is matters is number of marks, number of mirror practice, number of mobile practice, and if you have very poor delivery skills, if you don't have the good soft skills, join this club, Toastmasters Club, that is available in most of the good cities. That will certainly improve your performance, the soft skills of yours. You can join this. Okay? So with this, I would like to end the today's session. If you want to join the mentorship program, right, you can join it. The mentorship program is available for all the students. So that's all, my dear friends. Bye-bye. Take care. Good night.